Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Good morning, dear friends. What a joy to welcome the new day. No matter what's happening, we have a choice today. You and I can choose and should choose what we're going to co-create with emotions, feelings of faith in God. Without God, there's no joy. There's no hope. There is nothing beautiful. But with God, everything's possible. With God, we shall collaborate in the making of our lives today. God is our pilot, for sure, but we are the co-pilots. We have our share in the share in our lives. Let us then choose to balance our lives, to catapult us to a new level. Today, Emmanuel, in the book Family, has a message that clarifies many things and strengthens us. It's the lever of life. Emmanuel says, through love, the individual is born in the cradle that the world weaves in threads of hope, and with it develops breathing existence. But because of blind love, almost always, early on the individual is fond of pride, and due to uncontrolled love, the individual gives in to the webs of delinquency. In addition to death, however, genuine love awakens the anesthetized discernment. In vigilant love, converted into remorse, we all return to the justice of work, compensating for the burden that we owe to life. And there, in those tormented shadow provinces, the love touches souls in precise readjustment. Selfless mothers who have deluded themselves, poisoning the honey of tenderness, ask for the blessing of a new beginning in order to collect again in their arms the children whom they have forgotten in their thoughtlessness and addictions. Friendly parents who have made protection and security a system of tyranny return to the earth again, suffering and penitent, with the mission of bringing together, at the price of hurt and gall, the flock of souls that dispersed in rebellion. Great women who, through disoriented love, intoxicated their own lives, they ask for sacrificial tasks in which they wash the distressing stains that mark their route with tears of water, as well as notable men who through mad love, became entangled in the crimes of intelligence. They beg for the evidence of frustration or illness with which the wound of madness and regretful pain takes away. This is how the pool of cruelty arises out of love, but also out of love comes the source of tears that purify it in everything. Let us then seek in renunciation our form of love, since only by loving our opportunity to raise good, to do good for others, without considering attachment to ourselves, will we be caught up in the sun of triumphant love, which on earth and in heaven is and it will always be the lever of life. Emmanuel. Emmanuel through Chico Xavier invites us to catapult us to another level, and he shows the pathway, renunciation. What is renunciation? It's when we forget about ourselves. Well, Vanessa, how can I forget about ourselves? About myself? We need to place the general good before us. We want to sleep more, rest more, enjoy more, as if we deserve all those credits. But the past we have for many lives tell us that God is so merciful that we are even allowed to think that we deserve things that right now we cannot afford. Because there are many lives on earth under cruelty and pains, thanks to our thoughtlessness of yesterday. These are Emmanuel's words. And right now, the best thing we can do is to renounce the luxury of thinking too much of ourselves, of indulging in rights and merits we may not have. This is not self-punishment. It's actually love for God. It's conscientiousness. And only in true connection with God will be able to renounce the temptation of thinking too much of our needs, of ourselves, versus the needs of everyone. Let us then pray to adjust ourselves, calibrating ourselves with God to march steadily towards a new moment when our lives will be beautifully bright, thanks to the sun of triumphant love. Let us pray. Thank you so much, dear God, for this clarifying message, for constantly bringing lessons of adjustment in a world that cries in immeasurable pain. We connect with you in love, praying for our families, for our friends, for our communities, for our countries, for the governance of our countries, today and always. And so be it. Thank you so much, dear friends, for this moment together here at Kardec Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. Stay tuned because there's always more. A big hug, many blessings, and until tomorrow, God willing.